I think that works. I've got a whole different setup here. Hey everybody, good morning. We are 6:30 on a Monday morning. Already have been on the road for a good while this morning, but we still have an hour at least, if not more, to go before we get to where we are going today, which is up north into the National Arapaho, I think I pronounced that correctly, Forest, where there is a wildlife refuge, and they have a do-it-yourself tour that is 6 miles that you drive. I'm walking 6 miles. I don't think I'm quite there yet. A 6-mile drive where you can view wildlife. So that is my plan for today. I've just put my phone up on the mount for here right now. I do have a whole other thing set up off to the side that I'm going to try, because the last time we came out, the new camera, and the new camera with the audio setup and the whole thing is too heavy for the suction cup mount that I've always had. Plus, with the overheating issues, one of the things I'm trying is the fact that if I can sit and record, although having air blowing kind of ruins the audio from having the engine going and having the air conditioning on. So what I'm trying instead is I'm just going to put down the windows and hope that a cross breeze will help keep the camera cool, in addition to moving it so it's not in any kind of sunlight under the window. I've set up an actual tripod itself next to me, behind, kind of pinned in between the seats and stuff, so I'm hoping that will work, but we will find out later once we arrive. This was just a quick, here's what the plan is for today. I'm going to go out and I'm going to see what wildlife I can see, and that's the plan. Okay, I've arrived, found the visitor center, which closed, but it's okay. They had all the information I needed up front. And then a map of where I'm going. I have to drive for about 4 miles back on the main highway to get to the auto tour entrance, which is what my plan was for today, just to do the auto tour. There, that's a recording. Stop recording. Yes, the auto tour is not this road here that I thought it might be on the right, because it says travel at your own risk. Could be impossible when it's wet. There is no road maintenance, and a high clearance vehicle is required. I don't think I have a high clearance vehicle. I'm pretty sure that counts as like a bigger truck or something. So that's not me. But we are heading back out the same road that we came in on in order to get back to the highway that we came in on. I have seen birds already so far. Seeing a lot of birds right now, flapping all over the place, all around the sides of the road, which is why I will probably be bouncing back and forth between the phone as a recording and the camera, because the camera is going to get the big lens on it in order to spot wildlife, where I will do photos and videos, whatever I see today, whatever works from the car on the auto tour. I've got the wide angle lens, I've got the gimbal I can put on there. I should be all set. Anyway, we are right at 4 miles, and I did not see anything, but I'm coming up with something on the left. I bet this is going to be it. Let's see, what does this sign say? Wildlife tour, yep. Slow down, no one behind me. Turn signal, here we are. No hunting zone. None of those vehicles, which is none of me, over the grates. And let's stop here. Read all the signs, we'll get out. Read exactly what it is. Make sure I understand. No overnight parking, that's fine. I will not be here overnight. That's that. And we're still recording, and we do not have a high temperature signal, which is good. That's what I was afraid of, but it's only been 4 minutes. So it tries to focus on me. All right, good deal. Anyway, I'm here. I'm going to get out and go look at all the signs and take pictures of them like I always do, because I always want to have the documentation, understanding what it is, and I like to learn about where I am and everything. And then I'll be driving along this 6-mile route and recording any vlog stuff from here because I'll be using this. I'm going to put a big lens on it and go see what wildlife I can see. Hello, little prairie dog. Aren't you cute? Just sitting right there. Alright, if you're just going to sit right there, I'll take your picture. Check, 1, 2. There we go. The first spot, they're actually marked, numbered. The first spot didn't have much. I looked around, I didn't see anything, but the second spot was at the water, and I definitely saw a lot of waterfowl there. Mostly ones I've seen before, but still good amount of waterfowl. We are at spot number 3, and I see little birds out the window. What are you? Bark. Where'd you go? Where did you go? We've gone a little ways. Haven't quite reached marker number 4. We've passed number 3, which also was a little water area. But alongside the road, I stopped to take some pictures. What are you? Of killdeer. There we go. Where are we looking for? Where is it? Oh, that's not a very good shot now, is it? It just kind of shows the mount and then the stuff on my windshield. Yeah, that's not ideal. But this is what we're doing. Just driving along. It is a one-way, so I have to go along no matter what. But that's good to know. Spot number 4 looks like it was spot number 5. But yes, water and waterfowl. A lot of good stuff at spot 4. Right next to the water. You're driving along 20 feet away, and there's all kinds of, and by that I mean there's American coot. But there's babies, I think. They could have been horned grebes. Grebe? I'm not entirely sure, but yes, we are right. Oh, there's definitely the horned one. I just saw it do the dive that I've seen it do before. I want to get some footage of that again. Spots 5 and 6 were on the other side, on opposite sides of this other body of water, where I definitely see more of the waterfowl. I feel like it might actually be on the other side. Well, no, because that's 5. I'm not sure how many stops there are along here. I'm doing the best I can with the footage that I will be getting. But there are a lot. I'm very surprised by the amount of young that I'm seeing. Just that they still look as young as they do. I guess I don't really fully know. What do we have over here on this side? Geese and coots and ducks and mallards, I mean. Yeah, big areas, big bodies of water, lots and lots of waterfowl. But for them to be as young as they look, they're still fluffy, I think, from what I can tell. And it's already almost September. I mean, we've got like a couple days. We are at the very end of August. And trying to remember the only time that I've really been consistently around young waterfowl were geese when I lived back in Georgia. The apartment I lived at had some water systems that ran through it, mostly just little creeks and things like that. But there were geese that raised their young there, and so they would be out, and I took pictures just after they'd been born, and then we watched throughout as they grew up. And yeah, by this point I would have thought that they were more fully grown than they are right now, considering what I'm seeing. But I don't know if those are necessarily geese younglings. That's the wrong word to use, but it's escaping me right now. Whoop. Hello, mallard. Aww. Wait, what are you? Okay, you're another mallard. There's a pair of mallards as I came around the corner. One of them took off and kind of flew, and the other one just went along the water, just like scurrying. And then what do we have further out? More mallards. Huge, oh wow. Huge collection of geese over there, maybe? That's worth getting the camera. Let's see what we can do here. It's really far away. Balancing it as best I can. What are we on? We are on still photo mode. Let's try to focus. Focus. Huge congregation of waterfowl over there. Anyway, yes, doing the best that I can out the windows and things like that, just kind of freehanding it because I don't have the tripod set up or anything. So the photos are fine, besides the lack of good lighting, because it is very much the heat of the day. But the video was shaky because, of course it is. I'm hand-holding it, even though, the lens has a stabilizer in it that is on. There's only so much that can do. It does make it more usable. I'm seeing a lot of these small little. There's killdeer, and then there's. All right, if you're gonna pop right up there on top of that bush, I will take your picture. Where did you go? Where are you here? Zoom in. You are Mockingjay? Something like that. Something with a bit of a long, slightly curved beak and a longer tail. Possible Mockingjay. So I've seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of prairie dogs. Lots of prairie dogs out here. I did see a pronghorn for a minute. Some kind of large building over here. I'm guessing that is for the cattle that I've seen, because there is also a fair amount of cattle. But anyway, yes, I've seen smaller birds off to the side of the road, and I've been trying to get pictures of them. They're a lot tougher to do because I mostly see them. They're gone by the time the car actually gets around to the point where I can see out one of the windows, and I cannot shoot through the windshield like at all. Just does not. The extra glass and everything does not work. It keeps me from being able to focus. Hello, little prairie dog on the road. Can you move for me? If I go way over here? Yeah, there you go. This is pretty neat. Pretty neat. And here we are at number 7. Okay. Number 7 has images of prairie dogs, and yes, there have been a lot of prairie dogs, and there are, oh look, there's 6, 8, 10, 12, tons of them right out that side. More over there, there's a body of water, and then the building that I was talking about, I think it's very old and closed. Okay, so it probably was at some point, whatever this was before was a wildlife refuge, maybe. I don't know. I'll take a picture of it. I'll stop recording now. I have come back around to where I started, more or less. The road goes in a little bit off from the main highway, and then it splits, and it's a one-way where you do a loop around. You get to see all the waterfowl, the prairie dogs, all of the things that I got to see, and then you get back onto where it connects, headed back out towards the highway. So, almost done. I think this was pretty good. Good time, good trip, good place. Got to see a lot of stuff. I don't think, unless any of the little ones on the side, the little birds, they were little bitty sparrows. I don't think they were swallows. My guess is sparrows. If any of those are new, because there's a lot of them and it's hard to identify exactly with how very tiny the differences between them are. Unless that, we might not have gotten anything new today, but still a good day out and a good place to come around, drive around for a few hours. It took me stopping all the time, looking and getting the camera and doing all that stuff. It took me about 2 hours, a little more than 2 hours. So, pretty good stuff all the way around. Just on my way back out the main road here, looking for anything else. There's definitely more to this wildlife refuge as far as I know there's walking trails somewhere. I was not planning to do any walking today. This was what I had scheduled for time, and some geese and something else next to the geese. It's a good ways off. Turn you on, get you back to the still photo mode. Let's see what's out there. Something near the geese, a waterfowl, but of a different shape, color, something. There's something going on over there. The geese are all in a huff. I see a bunch of them flying around on the water, fighting maybe. Now, hello, what are all you? I don't think you're geese. They're like up on the trees and brushes. This is very far away, but we will try. Try to do what I can here. Let's see. Focus. Yeah. Not really getting focus. Come on. Well, do what we can. Popping battery into this thing very quickly. There's something on the far side of the water. This is not one of the spots that's specifically designated because it's real close. This is much further away. But there is another body of water over there. Oh wait, actually it might be designated as one of the spots. I forgot the spot started before you got to the split. Yeah, this definitely is. I see a sign. Hold on, let's pull over right here. Yep, This is spot number 3. So spot number 3 is a body of water over there. And I see up in the bushes, along the trees, something white or a dark tan. And I don't think that they are, there's a number of them, and I don't think that they are rocks. Uh-oh, I don't need ISO 64 or 640,000 or over that 200. My God, this thing goes to a lot. Auto display. Put my display back where it was, please. Pressing buttons by accident. Yeah, there's definitely something there, but what it is so far away, even with the extender and everything. It's, yeah, that does not come out clear enough for me to make out what that is. But there's something over there. It's unfortunate. Oh, here, let me show you so that you understand when I put the photo on the screen and you go, how far away is that? Because it's hard to tell. Let me... Okay, the water. Those on the backside, the trees and reeds and bushes and all the things there, there's something there. There's a good number of them. I counted more than 5 or 6 that are whitish something. And I can't tell what they are. They're up there. They may be herons. They are so very far away. I can't tell even with the binoculars. Not that these are the most powerful zoom or anything like that, but yeah. Definitely something over there, but I'm not sure what it is, so. And there are the killdeer here right now by the side of the road. They like to stay. That's what they do. Just see if we see anything else on my way out of here. Lots of little birds, little sparrows, little something. Little things that are hard to identify because they are quick and they move and then they're gone, and I don't think I've seen them before. So hopefully the photos will come out. That's right, we come back here to number 2 is another body of water. I think every one of the spots are almost all of them are bodies of water in one way or another, except for one of the last few, number 7 I think it was, specifically had, sometimes they put the image on there of like, here's what you might be able to see here. And 7 I think was the prairie dogs. Yeah. Interestingly enough, the little ones I'm seeing, I mean, they could very well be swallows. They're certainly small enough. I've seen a couple of different types of swallows. And they fly kind of like that as well. They do a couple of wing beats, glide for a minute, a couple more wing beats, glide for a minute, because they're just so small they can use that, just the few rapid wing beats that they do to get them up in the air enough to kind of take off. So it is possible those are swallows, but they looked more brown, kind of a gray, like a sparrow, more so than what I've seen of like cliff swallows or tree swallows, which have darker and sometimes brighter colors to them, depending on. And then that is back here. Pull over a minute. Back to number 1. Number 1 supposedly is deer, pronghorn, but nothing out today. We did have, I was a little concerned. We had a lot of rain yesterday, but there is a body of water over that way, and over this way is just plains and plains and plains and plains and plains. Did not see any sage grouse, but I don't know if I'd see it anyway, to be honest with you. Seeing what they look like when they're all puffed up and then seeing what they look like otherwise, they blend in almost entirely. When I got to go out and do the sage grouse video, and I saw them take off and they would fly, they wouldn't go too far and they'd land and I go, there's nothing. I don't even see. They blend in entirely, and I would not see them unless they were moving. And I think they would have to be close enough for me to actually see and get a good view of, for me to be able to tell sage grouse. But that's cool to know that I might be able to see sage grouse again, because I really would like to see some up close. I mean, there may be, I'll have to check and see if they designate any of these areas as more of their habitat where they do their lek, their mating ritual. Because if I could get to see that again, that would be fantastic, especially if I could come to here where it is a designated area and not just on the side of a highway. I could set up and do that. That would be most excellent. I'll have to check and see. Everywhere I did before, looking up for research of that was all about Wyoming, and now I'll have to see what, since I'm in Colorado, what they have for, like if they declare any areas and say, hey, here's where you can go see sage grouse doing the lek. Something, little birds over there. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today. I can see the main highway, so I'm not too far from heading back. And that was a good time out. Good couple hours. Got some good stuff, I think. Got to see some stuff. Definitely, it was a good time out. And maybe next time I'll go walking through a forest, because I found some. I drove through. You drive through the forest to get here. Really, this is still the forest declared, but as you might be able to tell by looking around, we're in total plains. It's all sage. There's not forest. There's no trees. It's like back in Wyoming, all the landscape I would see, but 30 minutes down the road is full forest. So it was definitely one of the routes that we took when we were moving, and that's where, when I wasn't driving, I was in the passenger seat. That's where I pulled out the camera and got some footage on the car ride, which that video just came out, which is pretty cool. Anyway, that'll be it. I think I'm gonna pack it up, head it out. I'm getting hungry. Good times. Hopefully some of that footage you've seen as it's been going on through the video came out, or some of the photos or anything there, and you got to experience it along with me. And we'll have more next time, depending on where I go.